Hey everyone, Caleb with the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with a update sort of on what's going on in my life with my eBay store. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys I am actually doing a moving sale right now. I am getting ready to move. I've had some things happen that have been really good things, so I'm actually getting ready to move out of this old place where I've been doing my book business for however many years it's been, and into hopefully a new place where I will be continuing the book business because I love my book business. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why I'm doing it. It's just such a passion of mine, and on top of that, it does pay the bills once it's up and running as high as it needs to be going. So with that said, I would like to give you guys some tips and tricks sort of on how I am doing my how I'm doing my sale and how I'm doing the moving stuff, all that sort of stuff. So one thing that I am doing is I'm making sure that all of my entire inventory is all listed. Of course, I know that's a whole lot of work. I have been working almost non-stop listing books for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, ever since I knew that I was going to be moving in very short order. So I've been listing nonstop basically every single day, which is a lot more listing than I usually do. Normally I only do like a few books a week because I don't get a whole lot of books, but I knew that I was going to be moving. I knew that I wanted some more cash, so I actually went out. I bought a whole lot of books that were like lower profit ones just to try to get like more stuff on my site to get more things there for people to find, so more buyers come there. And on top of that, eBay likes it when you have continuous listings. When you like list a few a day, eBay really likes that. So that's one of the reasons why I bought all these really low-end things. So I bought a whole lot of books that I've mentioned in other videos, and those 1.5 tons of books are not actually selling right now. Instead, for some reason, listing all those things made all my other things sell. So for the past few days, I've actually been getting like $100 books selling every single day. And that's really nice because just one $100 book, I mean, that's a day's wages for a lot of people. So I'm like really happy having those sell day after day after day. And on top of that, I've been having all my other books selling as well, which is really nice. It's still sort of funny though, because these new ones that I just bought to try to sell as like low profit ones still aren't selling. I still think that's sort of weird, but that isn't to say that it's all lost, because there actually are some things that I will be going over with you guys in some future videos. So with that said, what am I doing exactly for my moving sale? So of course, there are two different ways you can do a moving sale. Actually, I'm sure there's a lot of other ways, but these are the two main ones that I'm thinking about for eBay. So first things first, you can just go on your eBay listing, spend 7 hours, and change all the prices down, which is not the best way to do it, but it is the way that some of us have to do it if you guys do not have a paid eBay store membership. Those paid membership things, I think it's like $6 a month if you pay for a whole year. Otherwise it's like $8 or $9 or something like that for the starter tier. And the starter tier does allow you guys to do those promotions that are the dropped price promotions, which will show up to to other buyers, and those buyers will see, oh, it's 15% off, it's 30% off, it's 100% off on these things, or it's free shipping, or all these different things. eBay gives you a lot of different options for how to do that. So I will actually be making a video right after this one, and I'll be releasing it hopefully the same day or maybe the day after. And in that, I'll be doing a video walkthrough on how you guys can do your creation of eBay promotions. It's sort of hard to do if you guys haven't done it before, and for me, I actually, it's really hard to navigate to me on like my computer because of the eBay site that I have bookmarked is not the correct one that they like. It's like some old one that they don't like, but I don't know. I like it. It's my favorite one, so that's just me. I don't know. But with that said though, guys, it's really simple once you guys have done a couple of these promotions. And for me, I have actually been running nonstop promotions since I started my eBay store, like my actual eBay store, not the business, but like the actual store account that I pay for. I have actually been doing these promotions nonstop since I started that just like 2 months ago or something like that. And I've been getting a lot more sales from the items that are actually on sale in those particular sales that I'm running, which is pretty nice. So with those two things said, the method that I'm doing is, of course, the eBay sale, where I do the price off, percentage off promotion. You can also do a certain dollar amount off, but I'm doing percentage. And for me, I am doing, for this first phase of my moving sale, I'm doing about 15% off on all my items. I have some items that are higher percentage off, and that's for different listings that I'm doing, and those have been selling off pretty well, but just 15% is a pretty good deal that a lot of people have been hopping on, and it's something that I personally would hop on if I saw it was a deal going on. So that's something that you guys can definitely do, is just run a 15% off promotion. Honestly, as far as I can tell, you guys can run as many promotions on eBay as you want, so why not have a 15% off promotion all the time? I don't know. It's up to you guys on that, but that is something that you guys can definitely do. So with that said, for me, I am just doing 15% right now. In the near future, I might up it to 30%. I believe it's this Friday. coming up that I actually have this promotion ending, and I was hoping or expecting to up my new promotion up to like 20% or 30% or something like that, really depending on what I am feeling like doing for that particular sale. Because at the end of the day, guys, I don't want to move 2,000 pounds worth of books. I mean, I don't actually know how much weight I have in books, but I mean, I have them all scattered behind the camera, and there are a lot of books. I would personally want to say there's at least 1 ton of books, but there very well could be more because, again, guys, I've got them all around me, and there are huge piles and huge stacks and shelves full of books. So it's a lot of work for me to do, hence why I want to get them all moving. And right now, with the 15% off, or even all the way up to like 50% off, I'll still be able to make some pretty good money on these things. However, I might go for a few of the books that aren't going to be profitable. So I might I might have some go to like 80% off, something like that. And those will eventually lose me money, most likely at 80% off because of eBay fees and all that sort of stuff. But I might end up doing it because I don't want to move these books. It's either I take a slight loss on these books or I lose everything on these books. So for me, that's something I'm playing with in my head. I'm like, is it worth it? Is it not? I haven't decided just yet, but that is something that I am thinking about right now. So those books that I'm thinking about maybe taking the loss on are the ones that I mentioned earlier that I bought a ton of them just to get new books listed. And also the mass market paperback business that I'm doing that is not moving as quickly as I'd like. So maybe I'll run a big old sale and try to get a whole lot of stuff moving because maybe my prices aren't competitive enough. I know for a fact that my prices aren't the bottom of the market, so that very well could be my issue. We shall see how that works in the end of the day. So with all that said and done, guys, those are the ways that I'm doing stuff to try to get my stuff sold for my moving sale. But if you guys are moving and you don't want to sell all your stuff beforehand, there are a bunch of different ways that you guys can move the books yourselves. So U-Haul, for example, they have some really large trucks that are like F350s, 550s, stuff like that are their box trucks, and those very large ones can take a lot of weight. Your books are a lot of weight, so that is one way you can move them. Another way is actually something that they did in my hometown of Gresham, where I am right now, and they actually had when they moved the library. So they had the library, and then Carnegie had them build a new one in Gresham, so that new one was like a block away or 2 blocks away, something like that, from the old one. So they actually got a whole bunch of people, and they had something called the book brigade, where one person handed to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, all the way to library. And they did that with the entire library's worth of stuff, which was sort of cool. For me, that's not going to happen because I'm moving a little bit further away than just 2 blocks. So that is something that is possible. I mean, you guys can enlist a whole lot of friends' helps. You can buy a whole bunch of Little Caesars pizza or whatever and be like, hey guys, can you help me for a day? I'll pay you in pizza, that sort of stuff. So that's another way that you guys can move your books. Another way is, honestly, guys, if you have enough profit in some of these books, and if you don't want to like finagle stuff with Penske or U-Haul or any of those people, you could probably ship your books through USPS Media Mail because Media Mail is really cheap. When I was working for UPS, not USPS, but UPS, when I was working for them, I actually had a customer who, I guess, he was getting his whole house from the East Coast. He was shipping it through UPS all the way to the West Coast because he actually ran the numbers and found that it was cheaper to use UPS shipping from one side of the country to the other than it was for him to do a U-Haul truck from one side to the other. So that is something that you guys can do as well. Maybe you guys want to ship all through USPS Media Mail, or maybe even UPS or FedEx. It depends on what you guys want to do. I would personally recommend Media Mail because Media Mail is obviously a discounted rate. Instead of paying, this book here is about £2, instead of paying I think it'd be for £2, like $10 or something for normal shipping, unless it's expedited, then it could be like $40 or so. With Media Mail, that's only going to be like $4 and some change to ship that book. And when you guys are doing larger boxes of books, you can do up to 70 pounds with Media Mail. When you are packing 70 pounds worth of books, the price for shipping that is actually really low. You guys can look up the current rates. I'm not going to say the current rates because they've been fluctuating all over. Just a few months ago, they actually upped it. I think it was like September or August or something like that. They upped the Media Mail rates, so those do change sometimes with gas prices and whatnot. That's going to change as well. So with all that said, guys, that is something that you guys can pay attention to and focus on. And with all that said, I'm sure you guys can come up with some other ways to move books if you have books. I'm sure you all have a friend with a pickup truck that you guys can probably bribe. Just full disclosure, don't bother your pickup friend too often because pickup people get tired of being asked to move all the time. So maybe offer to pay them some good money and some pizza and maybe some gift cards, stuff like that, because it is sort of annoying to get bugged with random things all the time. So that's just a little tip right there. So with all that said and done, guys, Again, I'm really excited for this move. I've got a ton of books to sell, which is going to be a little less exciting, but it is something that I'm excited to do because it's going to be the next step of things. And I know you guys have been following my channel for a little while. Those of you guys that have, at least, you guys know that I have been looking at stuff in Eastern Oregon to move out to because of all the different things with my book business, and I also have a bunch of other reasons as well. And lo and behold, guys, that's where I'm going, so I'm excited for that. So with all that said and done, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to continue making stuff, and be sure to check out one of my other videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.